Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Won't stop till I hear him say,
Hello, welcome to Barbells, Benches and Bros. I'm your host, Jake, and I'm joined by my other host,
Gio.
And this is Barbells, Benches and Bros. So basically, to sum up this podcast, we're talking about our fitness journey, talking a lot about the gym and stuff like that. So we'll go straight into it with Gio. Tell us why you go to the gym, your inspirations, why you started going, your story, basically.
Well, before I started going to the gym, right, I'd say I was fairly fat, right, and when I'd like look in the mirror, right, I didn't especially like what I saw, and I didn't really feel that confident, to be honest, right. So I felt like, as a way to get more confident, as a way to like have better self-image of myself, I should go to the gym. So the main reason I specifically went was because my buddy, who's actually, sat over there, right, our other host, right, he invited me to go to the gym, right, and I decided to go. And then once I started going, I found out I really like it. It's really good for my mental health. It's really good to, just build a physique and become more confident and stuff like that. So I just kept going. So, that's the reason why I started going to the gym. So why did you go to the gym, Jay? Why did you start going?
Well, I just want to thank you, for that. I think similar to you, in high school, like year 7, year 8, I was a fat kid. I don't know if I was bigger than you. I can't remember. Probably similar, to be fair.
Yeah, probably.
And then in like year 8, year 9, I started playing rugby. I got really, pretty good shape. And then I got a girlfriend. I started getting lazy. Getting deep already. Started getting lazy. I stopped playing rugby eventually. So I started getting fat. And then me and my girlfriend broke up. Thank God. And honestly, the day after, both my older brothers separately messaged me saying, it's all right, get to the gym, basically. So instantly, I went online, bought a gym membership. I've been to the gym before, like me and you've been to the gym before in high school, but we never took it seriously. And I started going to the gym, and I just felt better. I started losing weight, I started getting muscle. Mentally, I felt better, physically, I felt better, and I've not really stopped. But yeah.
Well, how long would you say you've been going to the gym consistently, right? Because you mentioned before that you'd be going a little bit during high school, on and off, but how much consistently have you been going? Because you're a pretty big dude, I ain't gonna lie,
Well, year 11 after we finished our GCSEs, me and you were going daily, but we're doing the exact same thing over and over.
Yeah, just hitting random machines. We had
exactly.
no idea what we were doing.
Exactly. So we were doing that. Then when I broke with my girlfriend, my brothers obviously got me into it. I was going consistently, very consistently at her. I was going multiple times a week. I started getting on creatine and stuff, which we'll get on another point. And I felt really good. Then I did a boxing match. So I was really getting into the gym then, because, you need cardio, you want to be in good shape. And, you want power, so you need muscle. And after that, it started going, it was very on and off. I'd have, instances where I'm I'm going every week. I'm going every day for a good month or two, probably more. And I'd have long pauses. And then I started going with you. I finally got you to start coming. Me and you we were going for quite a while.
Yeah,
good couple of months we were going almost daily. And that was good. And then we stopped going together as much. And I kind of slowed down. And then I still to this day, I keep going ups and downs. Sometimes I'll go 4 or 5 times a week and I feel amazing. And then sometimes I just won't go at all for a good month. In November, December, before I went away to Florida, November, December, I just did not go at all, basically. And I was like, all right, January's coming. I'll use this as bulking. I call it bulking, I was being lazy. And then in January, I started going again. But I wasn't going consistently. So I was going when I could because of work and everything. And then I started going with my brother again, which I've been doing a lot recently, which is really, really good. So when I can't go with my brother, but I've been going a lot more by myself as well, which is really good. Because I couldn't find not encouragement, I couldn't find what's the word for it? I had no not interest, but I had no, what's the word
Discipline?
Kind of discipline. I had no reason. I felt like mentally...
No drive. No motivation.
No drive, thank you. Motivation.
Yeah,
thank
there
you.
we go.
I had no motivation to go. And then I started putting on weight again. So I'm on a little bit of holiday weight right now.
Yeah.
Which I'm slowly getting rid of now.
Yeah, it'll be gone soon enough. Just give him a few months and it'll be all gone.
But I'm really getting into it again now. I'm really enjoying it. And having this podcast, I'm going to try go on Instagram more, go on Twitter more. And it's good motivation as well to go to the gym, do my fitness. Like, I need to post something. I can't just be laying in bed saying, oh yeah, look at what I've done today. It's not good enough. Also, I've cut my hours down at work. For uni, mainly. But I'm using that a lot to go to the gym more, which is really beneficial. And I'm actually really enjoying it again. Like, even if I go by myself, I can get into that zone again. And I'm loving it again. Yes. Okay, I've got a question for you. Do you prefer going... What time of day do you prefer going? Because we go to a public gym.
Yeah.
And in January, February time, it's really busy.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what do you prefer? Go on.
Okay, I think this is a bit of a controversial pick, right? I like to go at like 5 o'clock, you know, the busiest time.
No.
Sometimes. Because, like, you know, I think what a lot of people miss out on in the gym, and I think this is true for a lot of people, they miss out on the social aspect, right? Because the gym is quite a social place, right? Because like you're going there with dudes who have gone there for so many years, right? And they're always willing to help you and teach you, you know, all this, right? So when you go at a busy time, you tend to bump into these dudes, right? And the machines are always like busy at this time.
Yeah.
So like when you want to hit a set, you go to a really big guy, right? You're like, hey bro, how many sets have you got left? And he's like, oh, I've got this many left. But usually they're like, oh, do you want to work in, right? Then you work in, you know, you get chatting, you get to know them a little bit. You know, it's really nice, and I really enjoy that. But, you know, I also understand the advantages of going, like, you know, I've been at, like, midnight before. This is a 24-hour gym, right? And it's completely empty then. You know, you just hit your set, and it's quite amazing. And then we've been a few times when we first started going, like, really early in the morning. I think we went at 6 a.m. one time.
Yeah, we did.
And then, yeah, that was a good session, though. But, like, you know, going at that time, it's also quite empty. But I feel like if I go in the morning, like, really early, I get quite tired. Like, because I've just woken up, right? And I haven't eaten anything because usually, back then I was cutting, right? So then, you know, I haven't actually eaten much food and I'm quite hungry and I hit the gym sesh, which, you know, I enjoy it, but like, you know, I'm just tired and to be honest, I'd rather be in bed. And then going late at night, it's like, you know, I've already done my whole day, you know, let's say I was at uni or I've been walking a lot or I play badminton, right? Let's say I was playing badminton or let's say I was working, like I had a job before, I don't anymore, but you know, I was working or something, you know, sometimes you can be quite physically tired from all that. Then you go to the gym and you don't push yourself because you're like, oh, I've already done all of this. I mean, you should push yourself and you can push yourself. You're like, oh, I've already done all this stuff. So I've kind of got into a routine at just going at 5 o'clock because like it's busy. I meet a lot of new people, which motivates me as well because I'm like, oh, I meet these people. They're trying so hard. You know, I got to try so hard too. You know, I want to be like them a little bit. You know, so you know, I think that's really good. And then yeah, that's personally what I think. But what do you think, Jake? Which times do you prefer?
I actually love your answer.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you.
But I'm not as social as you.
Oh.
I could not do that. If I needed a machine and I see somebody, I'm not gonna lie, I very, very rarely go up and say, oh, how many sets do you have left? Even when I go with you, I always leave that to you. I know you do it a lot. I could not do it. I don't think I could do that. So, social aspect, I do like it, but I don't think that's for me. Mm-hmm. So I do prefer going, usually I go quite late at night now. If I go alone anyway. If I go with my brother, it's usually like early afternoon, early morning. But when I go by myself, I go late. But I do like what you say about you're tired. So first thing in the morning, obviously we're students, we don't sleep properly.
Thanks.
So get up in the early morning. I get what you mean. Like you're tired. Sometimes the drive's not there to do as much as you want. Same with night. You go the whole day. I sometimes go to work and I'm like, I've got to go. I'm tired. I'm barely awake, but I've got to go. Not gonna lie to you, I don't know if you know this, which it's not like anything like bad. I've been taking PreWorkout recently just for that reason.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So that's the only reason I take it because I felt like I need it. I don't like rely on it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like, you know what, I'm alright. But a lot of times I do. I got this squashy flavoured one, actually really nice. I got for Christmas. It tastes like squash. It's really nice. You're supposed to have 1 scoop. I think 2 scoops.
Oh no!
I know, that's bad. I know,
no!
But it does help. It does help. And I also tried Tyson Fury's. It's like caffeine gum.
Oh shit! You tried everything, bro. You went through all.
No.
Okay, no.
I've tried various pre-workouts. One I've got is like Abe, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. They sell them at the gym, I think.
Yeah. And they're quite nice. They're quite potent, so that's why you're supposed to have one scoop. But, yeah.
Your heart is like, struggling already, bro. That's scary.
But when Tyson Fury had his last fight in December, he had a massive sale on his website. So Frosty, the energy drinks, and protein bars were really nice, and the gum. So I was like, oh, I'm probably going to use all of it. So I got a 12-pack really cheap. I've still not used it all.
Bloody hell.
Just because the aftertaste isn't... Like, the caffeine, you feel it, you're like, yeah. But the aftertaste is just off-putting. It's like, I cannot get... I have like 12 packs of this Tyson Fury gum. I cannot get rid of it. So every now and then I try, like... I have that with, like, normal chewing gum. Try, like, counter the taste a bit, but it doesn't really work. But anyway, yeah, I'll go in there at night. It's quiet. I can just do what I want, do what I need. Headphones on full blast. I can just get things out of the way. Especially with the string machines. I can't remember what it's called. My terminology is so bad.
What are you talking about? The cable machines?
The cable machines.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, it's bad. The cable machines, there's never one free.
Oh, yeah. That is an issue.
Yeah, and a lot of people just use one, so people like share one because there's like two columns. But I use the chest for
pec flies, yeah.
So I always need double, and it's just never there. That's the reason why I prefer going early.
Yeah, that's completely fair. But that was interesting about pre-workout, right? Because like, are we going to talk about pre-workout?
Yeah, we can talk about pre-workout.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We had it planned for a different episode, so I wasn't certain. But
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll out the window.
so basically, right, with pre-workout, it's quite interesting because like obviously, I don't know how you guys feel, but like I don't get much caffeine, right? Like I don't eat chocolate. I don't drink fizzy drinks. Well, I eat a little bit of dark chocolate, but it's like a tiny bit. And I've only just started that. I wasn't eating it for months. I don't really eat much dessert stuff. And then like, I don't drink coffee, right? So I have very little caffeine in my system. And I feel like because of that, I don't feel as tired in the morning. And also, I feel like in like modern day society, a lot of people are actually addicted to caffeine, right? Like you'll meet like students and people who go to work and stuff like that. And they're like, bro, before I work, I need to have my coffee or like, things like this.
Work, they'll have coffee at work.
Yeah, coffee at work, before work, after work as well. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, right? These pre-workouts, I don't know about the ones you're taking, right? Because I haven't looked into them, but I know that plenty of pre-workouts have a lot of like stimulants in them. And obviously they have caffeine in them as well, which in itself is a stimulant, right? And then, that's there to get you addicted. And that scares me. That's why I don't touch the stuff, It's kind of worrying like that. But
I don't think the one I take has. It's got creatine in it, and it's got BCAAs.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything like that in it. I don't think. I won't say I'm addicted. Like I don't drink.
Not
coffee.
yet.
Not yet.
No, I'm joking.
Like I don't really drink coffee unless I really really need it for work. But I'm alright. I don't think I have an addiction.
No, the only time I drink caffeine is like when I need to pull an all-nighter to write an essay or something. Like, I remember last semester I was like I had 3 cups of coffee that day and I was like, oh my god. And then last year I had an exam which I hadn't studied for. If you guys are doing maths, it was a real analysis exam. That module fucking sucked. I ain't gonna lie. So then basically I pulled it all night. And I had 4 coffees in like really short period of time because I don't drink caffeine. That's so much coffee for me.
Yeah.
And I actually felt my heart like beating erratically. I've never experienced this before. I thought I was going to die. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about these things. It's quite scary. And taking 2 scoops as well. That's crazy.
It's not as crazy as it seems, to be fair. I feel like I do need it though sometimes. Like after a shift, because I go late at night, I definitely need it. And it does help. Like it does help you concentrate. It does help you. It gives you energy basically. That's what pre-workout does. But yeah, anything else on pre-workout? Any your opinions? Any other?
I think we should save it because I'm not that. I used to be quite well read on the subject, right?
Yeah.
And basically, I came to the conclusion that I shouldn't take it based off what I've read, and because of that, I've forgotten what I've read. Like I have the conclusion, right? I'm like, I shouldn't take it, but I'm not in my head like, it's bad for this reason and this reason and this reason, which I really should have, right? So maybe we save it and we have a proper discussion next time about it, because that could be an interesting topic, I feel.
I just want to blame my older brother got me onto it.
Blame
him for everything, yeah. But yeah, if you guys have anything you'd like to add to this, if you want to teach us or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment or message us on Instagram or anything like that. I'll leave links to everything in the comments and whatever else. All right, next subject. Talk about stuff like creatine and other supplements. Obviously, we both take creatine. We both on creatine.
Yeah.
And that, I thought that does help. Like, I stopped taking it for a long time. I'm really back onto it now, and I feel like I feel the difference.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Other supplements, I don't think I'd take anything else. Have you taken anything else?
I did try ashwagandha for a little bit.
Same.
But he wanted me to say it.
I forgot about the thing.
He wanted me to say it, right. He don't want to say it himself, right. So supposedly what it does is, right, it like slightly increases your testosterone, and it's like a natural supplement, right. It's not the equivalent of a steroid, right. So I took that for a little bit, but all I found really was that, like, at first it made me like more aggressive, right, which obviously isn't good, right. No. And then I also felt like after a bit, it just like kind of like made you feel a bit numb. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
Like you drop a dumbbell on your foot and you're like, oh. You're like, all right, that's not too bad.
That happened.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, that's all right. So then I was like, oh, I should probably stop taking this. So I stopped taking it. Do I think it actually boosts testosterone? I'm not actually certain about that. Like, surely there'll be some scientific data or like reports or stuff, which would be interesting to look at and read, and then come to a final analysis about it.
Yeah.
But then again, ashwagandha isn't as researched as creatine. So, like, for those of you that don't know, right, what creatine does is, right, effectively, taking creatine increases the amount of water in your muscles. So, as Mike Mensa said, right, your muscle is effectively 70% water.
Studied,
Yeah. So, as he said, right, your muscle is effectively 70% water, right. So, what it does is it increases ATP in the muscles, which can be used as energy, which helps you basically get more reps out in the end. So obviously, if you can push more reps out in the end, that's going to lead to more muscle failure, more hypertrophy. So you tend to build more muscle mass. So, and this is incredibly well researched, like really, really deep. So, typically it's good to take, and it's not a steroid, even though it did actually, I think creatine did used to be banned by certain federations. Really? Yeah, it used to be. It's not anymore though. So like, it's completely fine and safe to take. But, some people, they look at it and they're like, oh, it's not natural. So I have some friends, right, who are like, oh, you take creatine, you're not natural. And I'm like, oh, okay, bro. It's like, realistically, it's in red meat as well. So, like, if you just ate enough red meat, you'd get a natural source of creatine. But you might have to eat it quite a lot, though. I ain't going to lie. I think it's like a couple pounds, right, to get the equivalent of 5 grams of creatine, which is a lot. But, you could do it. It is feasible. You could actually do it. So, I don't think it removes you as being natural. But then I also have other friends who have had side effects from creatine. So, like, I don't think this is discussed very much, right? Because most people are like, there's no side effects of taking creatine. But one of my buddies was telling me that when he takes it, his fingers go numb. I'm not too sure what that means. That's how he described it. It was like, my fingers go numb. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, this is actually a really common thing that people get. And I wasn't aware of that. So I'm actually quite interested. So if anyone has any stories about side effects of it or things like this, that'd be interesting to talk about. But what do you think, Jay? What do you think of creatine? And other supplements?
I take creatine, and I've never had any drawbacks. Mm-hmm. I know people who take creatine, people from work, my brother's family. They've never had anything like that, numb fingers.
Yeah, I know. When I heard about it, I was like, what?
We'll have to look into that and talk about it another time.
He's taking some different white powder, bro. I don't know what he's been taking.
Going back to ashwagandha, I did try it after you told me about it, and I was like, I'll give it a go, see what it is. And I didn't feel much difference, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. How long were you taking it though? 'Cause I was taking it for months.
I took it like a month or two maybe, daily, obviously. And I stopped taking it because I didn't feel anything. But I feel like right now, I feel the exact same as I was taking it, even though I'm not taking it anymore. So I still have loads of tablets left.
Oh shit!
It's a really small tub, like a year supply, and I was like, yeah, just in case. It wasn't very expensive. But I still have loads left. I didn't feel anything, so I just thought there's no point really. But I've never known anybody else other than you take. I learned that from you.
That's not good. Don't
No, I didn't learn it from him. No, from her.
don't take advice on like random shit to take from me. It's probably
No,
not a good
no,
idea,
no,
you
no.
know. Maybe it is now, but back then, you know, we just started the gym. You know, we wanted to like get a leg up on anything we could. We were like, oh, we'll take this. It's not going to do any harm.
We should just take
You know.
steroids of this.
No. You should be very careful about that stuff.
No, don't
Yeah.
listen to us. Take with a grain of salt anything we say, anything we
Yeah,
advise.
yeah.
I don't think any we don't advise anything. Just
No.
make sure you do your own research, make your own opinion, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get sued. Is there anything else we want to talk about? I feel like is it obviously an intro episode. Just talk about what kind of things you can expect. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything?
I think it would be a good idea for people watching. Like, I don't know how many people are going to watch it, right? But effectively, people watching, right? If they have like anything they want us to discuss, they should put that in the comments. Obviously, we had a plan for this episode, right? And part of the plan was to talk about bulking and cutting, which we could discuss if you want to. Now, how long have we been going for?
About 20 minutes now. Yeah, we can talk
20
about
minutes. Yeah, we
can
can
talk
finish
about
like 10 more minutes.
Okay, so bulking and cutting, obviously you are a lot better at this than me. Like a lot.
No.
In comparison to like how much you've lost and gained compared to
That's
me.
true. That's true.
Like you are a lot better at it. I'm not disciplined enough, which I do envy about you. You're very disciplined. Compared to me, you are.
So when he talks about me being disciplined, I feel like I'm disciplined at cutting, but not bulking. I could
be easier.
Huh?
You think bulking would be easier?
I'm not. No. So I'll tell you what I think and strategies that I've used. Right. So at my peak, I was around 100 kg, which is like pretty ridiculous. That's a lot of weight, and most of it was fat. I don't think I have any pictures. If I have any pictures, I'll send them and you can put them on if you want.
Okay.
Which I think is not a bad idea. And then at my leanest, I was 58 kg, which I do have pictures of, right? And I was pretty lean at that point, you know. So I was looking good, feeling good. And then I went back up to 70 as a bulk, and then I went down to 65, and then I went for 75, and I'm currently cutting. I'm back down to 72 right now. So basically, right, the strategy to cut. This is a really simple strategy, actually. Just count your fucking calories. Like, it's really easy. Like, people like to overcomplicate it. Like, oh, let's go keto. Let's go. I think of another, like, one of those crappy diets. I'm sorry, they're not crappy, but they're not for me. But, you got, like, keto, you got, like, so keto's, like, a high-fat, low-carb diet with lots of protein. And then also you got, like, I know some people who go on vegan diets to lose weight, which I don't like at all. Okay, so basically, the best way to lose weight, in my opinion, is to just count your calories. So what you want to do, the first step is you want to find your base metabolic rate, which is how many calories you burn in a day if you're not doing anything. Like, if you slept the entire day, how many calories you'd burn. From there, you can put in your activities that you do in a day and get a rough idea how many calories you burn in the day. For an average man, it's about 2,500, but it does vary. So some days, like, I'm quite active, so I go to the gym 5 days a week. I play badminton 4 hours a week. I do stuff like this, right? So on my average day, I burn about 3k calories, right? So I'm cutting down. I'm only eating 2,000 calories. So so what I have is known as a deficit, which is where you have the amount of calories you eat in a day and the amount of calories you burn, right? And basically you minus the amount you minus the amount you I explained that really poorly. So let's say you have the amount of calories that your body burns a day, 3,000, and then you have the amount of calories that you ate. Basically just minus them. So I have a deficit of 1,000 calories because I eat 3,000 I eat 2,000 and I burn 3,000, which means that roughly I lose 1,000 calories every day, and then your fat is made up of calories. So you can do a conversion, which I can't remember off the top of my head, so you can get pounds of fat. So I think on average I burn around 1 kg a week, which is a lot actually. I shouldn't do that much, but some days I'm not as strict, right? So some weeks it's only like half a kg, or sometimes it's only 1 pound. It goes down like that. So it varies quite a bit like that. But the key thing to keep in mind is when you're cutting, right, you want to have like a high protein diet. So I aim to get around double my body weight in grams. So I weigh 72 kg. So I aim to get around, so double 72 is obviously 144. So I aim to get 144 grams of protein a day, and I count my proteins and I count my calories. Once you hit these goals, you should lose fat. And if you're new to the gym and you're actively working out, you'll lose fat and also gain muscle at the same time, which I have seen, which is what I did. And I really quite like that because it's really good and nice way to make significant gains. So that's for me cutting. When I bulk, I like to eat, right? I grew up as a fat kid. So because of that, right, because I like to eat, I eat everything. So I think my first bulk, I was eating like 5,000 calories a day at Taco Bell, which isn't good. Don't do that. I mean, it tastes good, but don't do that.
That is.
Yeah, I had a job then, so I could
true,
afford
that's
it.
true,
I can't afford that anymore though. So you go there, you just eat whatever you want, and that's not a good way to bulk. A good way is to just eat like a 500 calorie surplus, which means 500 calories over the amount you burn. So let's say I burn 3,000, so I should eat 3,500. So yeah, that's basically how it works. What do you think, Jake?
I mean, like I say, I'm not very good. I'm not disciplined enough to bulk or cut or commit to a full bulk or cut. Like I feel like I've never gone my way to bulk because I've always been, well, not fat, but like big. I've always wanted to cut. I just can't stick to it. That's what I respect you for it, because you did, your cut was quite good.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you.
100 kg to what? Like that's insane. And in like quite a short period of time.
No. The period of time, my peak was during COVID, right? So I lost a bit of weight coming in. When I
Yeah,
started going to the
true,
gym,
true.
I don't know what I weighed, probably around like 85, something like this.
That's still like a lot.
Yeah, still quite a bit.
Like, I don't think I've differed that much in weight since I've started.
No, but you've definitely differed in body composition.
That's true. I thought that is true.
Yeah.
I just need to be leaner. That's what I just want.
You're good, bro. You're fucking massive, bro.
Well, if I got lean, I think I'd look. Not something good, but I think I'd look pretty good.
Facts. Bro, look like a model, a celebrity. I guarantee it. When he finishes going, it'll look if he finishes. If
I need to do it. I need to be more disciplined. That's something we will work on this podcast. I'll do weekly.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Yes. we'll see how poor I do. I will try my hardest. Like I said, I need to count my calories better, because I work in fast food. It's really easy to eat really high calorie food, and I don't think I get enough protein in, to be honest. Like I have protein shakes, but I feel like and everything else, I try to have a lot of protein, but I need to keep track of how much protein, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like what you say, like double your kg in grams.
No, that's not a cut. I like to hit that on a cut.
Yeah. So that's a lot of grams.
Yeah,
That's
that is
what's-
for you. That is a lot of grams.
protein.
Yeah. That is
So,
insane.
I'm gonna have to try. I need to do better. That's what I need to do. I need to do better, and I will try my hardest. And
Well, how else do you think like working? Because obviously I worked in like I don't really count as I don't know if it counts as fast food. It's not healthy food. I know that.
I'd say it's fast food.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to say which company now because I've said that it's not healthy. I think that's.
Yeah,
I think I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not going to say which company I worked for. But basically, right, I worked for a company, and I wouldn't say the food is incredibly healthy, right? So how do you think that's impacted your fitness journey? Because I would say it has impacted mine. So how's it impacted yours?
It's just so easy. Like I feel like I said, I need to be more disciplined. Like in fast food, it's like free food. It's not healthy, but it's nice and it's free. It's hard to turn down. I've been doing that less. I've been getting like more salads and stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
And having like chicken and stuff with it.
Yes.
But every now and again, I'm like, just really greasy. It's tempting, isn't it?
I can't lie. I'm craving like a really like a greasy fat burger, like a Five Guys right now.
Should we go GDK after this?
No. I mean, like, as we've said, right, it's calories. So the way I view it, and maybe this isn't a good way of viewing it, like from a nutritionist standpoint, which it definitely isn't. But if your goal is just like, to lose body fat and to maintain muscle, you can eat wherever you want. So like, this isn't incredibly healthy, but like, I like to eat a German doner kebab, right? So, so like, I think like, I can't even remember, like, I think like, chicken doner kebab is about 750 calories. So like you can eat 2 of them, and then like it's 1,500 calories, and then because of that,
how
right?
How many grams of protein is in that though?
It's a ridiculous amount.
Is it,
Well, the numbers for the protein aren't posted on the website. They really should be. I wish they were. But like MyFitnessPal and stuff, they have their own estimates. So I think it was like 60 grams per kebab, which is stupid. I don't know if that's true. So we'll have to double check that. But at the company I worked for before, they listed all their calories and all the macronutrients. So your macronutrients are effectively carbs, proteins, and fats, right? And then each of them has a value. So I can't remember the top of my head, but I think it's like per 1 gram of carbs, you have 4 calories. Per 1 gram of protein, you have 4 calories. And then per 1 gram of fat, you have 7. Something like that. It's very the numbers are very close there. Yeah. So basically, right, from just these macronutrients, you can calculate calories, but you have the protein, you have the calories there. So even though the food, I'd say, isn't very healthy, because you can go there and like the average person is probably consuming way over 1,500 calories. They had options where if you looked at it, you looked at the food that you were getting, you could find options that fit your calories. Yeah. So like I feel, yeah, this is important actually. I feel like that's a really big misconception when people try and lose weight. Because a lot of people, they try to lose weight and they're like, oh my God, I have to stop eating my favorite food. Bro, I can't do that. It's my favorite food. I can't do it. You don't have to stop. You can still eat it. Just eat it in moderation. And if you're hungry, if you're still hungry after eating it, then what you need to do is you need to increase
Still a bit hungry.
Well, you could do that. I do that. I don't think that's healthy though. I think what the healthy thing to do, right, is to look at the food and be like, oh, I need to increase the volume of food. So to increase that, you'd obviously make healthy swaps.
Yep.
So maybe like swap out some. So obviously when people cook, they tend to use a lot of butter or cooking oil. Maybe swap that for the 1 calorie spray, right? Then you have a lot less there, and then you could add more. So let's say you cook. Let's say this is unrealistic. Well, let's say
would it be healthier to air fry it?
yeah, you could air fry it too, or cook it in the oven, like whatever you want.
Yeah.
But as long as you're removing that, then you have more to play with. So you can have more food. So maybe instead of like pan frying your chicken, you oven roast your chicken, and then maybe you can have another piece of chicken with it too. Because like I say, using 100 calories there, and then like you have 100 grams of chicken. That's way more protein. It's more volume, so you get more full. So you can do stuff like that, which I think is quite good.
I'd like you say, like where I work, it tells you calories, doesn't tell you anything else.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's just calories. That's why it's like I need to stop. Or just get a new job. Hopefully.
I feel like it actually should be a legal requirement to tell you the macronutrients.
I
wish, yeah. Because they have to tell you the ingredients. That's a law known as Natasha's law, right? So they have to tell you the ingredients there. But they don't have to tell you like I don't even think it's a legal requirement to tell you the calories. Because like if you go to like I don't want to say the word crappy, but if you go to like one of those takeaways, right? They never have the calories there. You can Google it. They never have the calories online. Like if you just go get like so not a GDK, but you go to like your corner shawarma shop or something. You eat some doner kebab there. You have no idea how many calories you're consuming. So it makes things a bit difficult there. And also like because it's only like this is interesting actually, because it's only like these big fast food chains doing this, it almost makes it as like more of a money game. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you want to like eat like let's say I want to eat a GDK, right? German doner kebab for you that don't know. I mean, I say that I feel like they're gonna sue us. I feel
I'm not saying anything bad about them.
That's true. They're an amazing company. I love eating there. It's
so
amazing. Let's say you want to eat there or McDonald's or Burger King or any of these places, right? They have all the calories listed, usually have the proteins listed. And then, they're massive corporations, right? So they can afford to go and do this. But then let's say you want to go eat at your fish and chip shop, local fish and chip shop, or your local shawarma shop or whatever. You want to eat there, then it's significantly harder to find the calories and nutrients. So I feel like health conscious people are less likely to go eat there, even though often their calories and nutrients aren't that bad. So maybe the government should put something in place to like help these local places try to find the calories in their food, maybe educate them on that, because that'd be quite interesting to see, and I'd really benefit from that.
I do like that. That is good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's feasible though. I am a politician.
Right, we've gone on for just over half an hour. I'm happy to call it a day.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good actually for a first episode.
Well, guys, thank you for watching Barbells, Benches and Bros. If there's any topics you'd like us to talk about, feel free to let us know, and we'll get in there. We'll get in there somehow. Like I say, any advice, take with a grain of salt. We're not professionals. We're just like going to the gym. We like talking about this stuff. And if there's any advice you'd have for us, we'll listen. We'll take into account. Maybe in reply to you. Maybe, don't know.
Oh yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys so much, and yeah, have a good day.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day.